Right, well here we are. This is the final loco review of this year, the final review of 2019. Wow, God. Again, speaking of that, we're coming to the end of the year, aren't we? That feels quite hard to believe. That seems to be, to be getting more extreme every year. I mean, are we really coming to the end of 2019? Where's this year gone? Almost 2020. I mean, speaking of that, well, just back in June of this year, it was actually 10 years since I first actually created a channel on YouTube. Well, it was just an inactive blank channel at first. I didn't actually start uploading until nearly another year or so. And of course, my original channel wasn't really on for very long. Well, before I then created this one, the BR60163. But even so, this current channel has been active for, well, not far from 10 years now. But here where, for the final review of this year, again, another visitor. Well, it's a loco without a box, so for its transportation here and back, we're just using the cardboard box which that pacer came in. Remember the one I reviewed a couple of months ago, the old Hornby repainted one. Again, yeah, this is the box it came in. Again, we're just temporarily using it for this loco here. Again, a different type of one which I haven't reviewed. And, oof, heavy, quite a lot of weight to it. Got a fair bit of bubble wrap. 2 seconds. It's just I forgot it was taped together. I'm actually filming this a little bit later on in the day than I originally planned. Well, because the weather's just been so gloomy. I've got my light on. It's just light enough at the moment. And here it is. This is a Hornby EWS Class 67. Again, same, just one coupling on at the moment, and it's got a name as well. Just move my arm out the light because it often struggles to focus when there's less light. Oh yes, I said that correctly, didn't I? I've definitely kind of discovered that the less light, the less likely it is to focus. Called Rapid, this one. I mean, is there a Class 68 called Rapid? Oh, I mean, obviously, well, 67 and basically the 68 is almost, was almost like a new version of this. Well, of course, they went up in numbers. Class 66, 67, 68. Of course, the electric version of the 68 is the 80, isn't it? I mean, I do like these Class 67s. I mean, as you can see, despite no box, she's in very, very good condition. All buffers are present, as you can see. There's no marks. I mean, it's obviously not that old, this model. I mean, I can't remember where my friend James got her from, but she's obviously been very well looked after. See the wipers there? Yeah, and her number there. Yeah, well, you can see it better here, obviously. 67018, and the EWS. I've always liked the EWS livery. I don't know if it's just me, or I seem to be seeing, a bit less of the EWS livery now. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of getting like a classic livery now, really. Well, if you think about it, obviously, not as old as the Intercity Swallow, and that, or like the rail freight, which used to be on the old locos. I mean, her buffers aren't sprung, and the detail's pretty much similar to on Hornby. Yeah, because again, she's a Hornby model, isn't she? Yes, she is. She's a Hornby model. The detail's pretty much similar to on the Hornby's Class 66. I mean, like mostly all moulds there. But this vent bit here actually looks very nicely detailed. Just bring that close there. All those lines in there, that's actually, I mean, I'll say that's probably the most detailed part of the model. And the side vents there as well. And as long as it stays focused, I'm not sure if I pick it up, but the writing there, English, Welsh, and Scottish Railway. Let me just be able to. You might just be able to pick that out, and it's like a horse's head or something, or well, just logo there. It's like, is it 2 or 3 heads together? But again, I wondered what EWS stood for a while. Well, I think it used to be EW and S, didn't it? Well, with an and symbol between the W and S, obviously. I think they changed it to EWS because again, it has been out a while at EWS livery now. I mean, you know, they used to have like class 37s and that working in the EWS livery. I'm not sure. I can't say I've seen any EWS 37 still in action on the main line. I mean, well, the last time I saw some EWS 37s was a few years ago at Barrow Hill, and I don't know if they've been scrapped now. It's just they were in really poor condition. Again, this is a very small model. You can see the light there. I mean, these and the class 60s as well. You know, again, speaking of the class 60s, all the ones they've got stored at Tote Depot just outside Nottingham. A fair few in EWS livery, and I think they've got a few active and not dumped class 67s. Well, obviously the 67s are newer, aren't they? I mean, the 60s have been out a while. But again, it's just really sad and such a waste. You know, just a huge line of them just all dumped like that. But again, there's still a fair few, well, a lot of 67s around in action. Let's go. When did they come out? Well, the 66s are coming up around, I think, around near around 20 years old. I think like late 90s, early 2000s. Well, I think, well, obviously the 68s came out just like 5 or 6 years ago, so they're still fairly new. So again, the 67s aren't really that old. Again, I really like this part here. It is very, very nicely detailed, and of course, the 67s have quite rectangular shaped buffers if you just pick them out there. Of course, I don't think this model has working lights. No. And again, just like the Hornby 66 is not super detailed, but still very nice. Sorry, it's just the light went a bit there on my arm was in the way. Again, it's just slight enough to film. Just light enough to film. I mean, I was hoping to get a film today. And again, the windscreen wipers there, they're separately fitted. Although these little bits here, they're like sort of painted on, and the orange parts are just moulded on. Same on the other end as well. Okay, let's get her run the track. Yeah, I'm sure James says she runs pretty well. Here we are at the track. I've just given her a quick run round. Oh, and turns out she does have working lights. If I just hold the camera here and get her started, you should see her front headlights come on. You can just see them there. Well, we'll get a better shot of them in a minute when she goes under the bed chair, because it's darker under there, so they'll obviously stand out more. I mean, I was wondering, well, just like sort of like black areas where her headlights are. I was wondering, they might possibly be working lights, but I wasn't sure. Again, the first time I've ever had one of these Hornby class 67s. The first time I've ever reviewed one of these, of course, and you can see her headlights there. No tail lights, sadly, but working headlights still a very nice touch, and she's running pretty well, as you can see, very smoothly. Not the quickest. I mean, the controller turner is about half speed there. And again, Rapid is running really well. Yeah, I like that name, Rapid. I mean, I know. Well, I suppose for a loco with working lights, if some of the shots are a bit dark, you can at least see the lights better. I've got a fair few. Well, a few Hornby and Bachmann diesels with working lights now. Well, that's out of ones I own. I own a few with working lights. This one, of course, is visiting, but it's nice to have her here, nice to review her. Of course, I had issues with the working lights on the Hornby Class 50. Wow, that was some time ago. As you can see, I've got to go in a bit quicker now. Well, the the turner thing, well, the speed control is nearly, well, it's just over 3/4 of the way around there. It's nearly all the way around. Let's see what her full speed is. Oh yes, that is quicker. So not the quickest, but again, she's a very good runner. She's running really well, and well, her full speed is still, well, maybe a little bit too tricky to keep up with. I want to follow her with the camera like this, and to get some good close-up shots of her running. And well, I'll just say quick, normally, well, I know I haven't actually even mentioned cab detail. Well, that's because I can't see any at all, to be honest. Normally I zoom quite in to look through the windows of the cab, but these 67s have quite at the side quite enclosed cabs with just a small window there which you can barely see through. I know they have a large front window, but if I just shine my phone torch on there, that's all you can really see. But again, the model is still very nicely detailed, again, especially the roof part there. And again, the working lights are a very nice touch. It's still a very, very smart model. Again, may not be super detailed, but still very nice detail if I just turn there. Well, that's all I can seem to see. Now, the direction, her headlights here should come on. There we go. Now I'm not sure if you can, well, if you can hear, if the camera will pick it up, but that just then, when she goes on the bends running this direction, there's a slight, like tapping noise, if I can describe it. It's not loud, and she's still running really well in this direction as well. And she's not, well, it's not causing it to slow down at all on the bends. I mean, it sounds like something just lightly catching or tapping, but anyways, hopefully nothing bad. And it's just on the bends. And well, to be honest, I've heard similar like tapping and squeaky noises from other locos in the past. They can develop over time, or sometimes. Again, nice low speed running as well. She just slowly comes into the camera. Sorry, that was my phone there. I've been getting a lot of notifications today. And she runs well in both directions. Well, again, despite that like tapping noise, well, you can't quite hear it on the camera, can't you? You can quite hear it, well, especially when I'm close to her like this. Well, when she's running in this direction, I was thinking, I don't know, I mean, does she, would a bit of lubrication sort it? But, well, she definitely wasn't making that noise running in this direction. As you can see here, yep, definitely can't hear it at all there. There's like a squeak, but definitely no tapping when she goes around bends in this direction. I mean, it does sound more internal, but again, as most of us already know, some locos can be a bit more noisier in other directions, or well, it depends really. But again, let's just see her low speed running again. And of course, at least that tapping noise isn't affecting how she runs. And well, I was just thinking there what it could be. But anyway, that's the review of Hornby Class 67 018 in EWS livery. And 67 018 Rapid. I mean, I do keep nearly forgetting that she's actually got a name. Well, the name Rapid. Again, good name. That's a good name for a loco. Again, I'm sure that there's a 68 called Rapid or a similar name. If you know, or correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review. And again, the final review of 2019. Well, there's a couple more videos on the way before Christmas. I hope you've all enjoyed my reviews of this year. Again, let's look forward to them next year in the new year 2020. There should hopefully be a fair few on the way in the new year. Thanks very much for watching.